A lot of fixtures this weekend. Game week 2. Let's get into it. Hello guys and welcome to the Crossbar. I'm your host Arthur. I talk sports. Make sure you hit that subscription button and like. This weekend is bringing some good bangers. We open the match day with Everton versus Leicester. I'm gonna be checking my phone so I don't forget any good games. It'll be Aston Villa versus Everton, the battle of the old midfielder legends between Lampard and Steven Gerrard. Both of them are in. I wouldn't say Steven Gerrard is in the mud yet, but neither is Lampard because of his team. He inherited a team that was already down and he brought them up. He secured their spot in the Premier League, so I feel like he's not in any pressure. Whereas Gerrard, I feel like this season will be we'll see where he stands, because last season he came in quite late. He made his transfers. He bought some good players, Coutinho, Signa. So he has some good players. So them playing against each other, it'll be a thrilling game, bringing back the days. Obviously, Everton and Gerrard have their own history. Liverpool versus Everton, so it'll be a good game. Yeah, as you didn't know, in this video, I'll be making preview and predictions. So that game, Aston Villa versus Everton, I have Aston Villa winning 2-0, because I feel like Aston Villa is too strong for Everton to handle. And since they have some good finishers in Aston Villa like Whittaker, Ings, I feel like they will take their chances, but I won't get shocked if Everton turn up and they give them a good run or even make a draw. Another game on weekend Saturday is Arsenal versus Leicester. That is going to be a thrilling game. Arsenal back at Emirates, their first game at Emirates this season. It'll be a one to watch. Hopefully their fans don't turn on them quick, because it's not a fun place to be in Emirates when you are a national player and your team is playing bad. But to be a thrilling game, to be a game to look forward to. Both of the teams are very solid teams. Vardy usually has a good team against Arsenal, a good game against Arsenal. He really lacks. Maddison hopefully comes in form this season. He fell off, but I feel like he still has the potential to come up. Not like he's 30 or anything. He's still young. I think he's like in 26. I feel like he still has time to improve and come back to the players he once was. He was one of those players when he was with talking with the Grealishes, the Phil Fodens, the Mason Mount. I feel like he fell off that list, but hopefully he can come back that list. Arsenal, Zinchenko and Jesus getting more farmer in the team, feeling better, feeling at home, playing in the front round. The last time they played there, it was a friendly against Sevilla, and they won 5-0. That's a friendly, but against Sevilla is still a good team no matter what competition you're playing in. It's still a very competitive team, and win 5-0 against them. That's a very good result. So have that game against will be a game to look forward to, but I have Arsenal winning that game. Actually, I see a draw. I see 1-1 draw, because I feel like their teams are quite like Arsenal hasn't hit the heights of beating a Leicester that easily, and the Leicester don't have the capability of beating Arsenal at Emirates as for now. So I feel like the Brendan Rodgers will go there knowing that he will be looking for 3 points, even though they drew against Brentford in the last game. I feel like they would prefer a draw in this fixture, because it's away against a good team like Emirates. So I feel like Leicester would come looking for a draw. Arsenal will come looking for a win. I don't think they'll be able to break down Leicester since their team is very solid. Fofana looking good, and they're good on the counter-attack with Vardy. So yeah, I see a 1-1 all draw. Another game we'd like to get in is Man City versus Bournemouth. There's not much to talk about here. I feel like Man City, I don't feel like I know. I feel like I know Man City is going to demolish Bournemouth. I predict like a 5-0 Haaland scoring his first hat-trick of the season. Already game 2 and he has 5 goals. I predict Haaland scoring a hat-trick against Bournemouth, because I feel like Bournemouth just came up, playing against Man City in your second game away from home. Man City looking to prove everybody wrong. Haaland looking to prove the haters wrong. Yeah, Bournemouth are in a sticky position. So there's not much to talk about here. Man City is going to win. Haaland is going to have a field day. Bournemouth will have probably 15 position. They'll get dominated in every aspect. Yeah, Man City is a cheat code. And them adding Haaland, what a sensational signing. Hopefully they have a bad game, but they won't. But you can always wish for something. Later on, Brentford will be taking on Manchester United. The way Manchester United is looking, I don't see them winning that game. But since they have the one of the greatest player of all time, or the greatest player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, I feel like he will bury them out one more time. He will carry them to victory in that game. But as it's looking, Brentford are very confident. Ivan Toney scoring goals for fun, and him playing against Martinez and Maguire, he is going to have a field day. Because I feel like Martinez can't handle a player like Ivan Toney. Quick, fast, strong, tall. So I feel like Ivan Toney will have advantage, and they will focus more on Martinez since he's like the short up of the two between him and Maguire, because Maguire is like 190 something. So they'll be focusing mostly on Martinez, playing the long balls in behind him, posting him up in the box, pushing him back. But he's good on the ball. But he's only the one good on the ball in defense. So I feel like he'll be isolated. Hopefully they play with Ericsson deeper now, since they saw in the last game that he was a very good player. So hopefully Manchester United play with Ericsson deeper in midfield, and have Martinez in midfield too. Because I feel like Martinez would play a better part in midfield rather than him playing in defense. I feel like he would be a better midfielder, most holding in front of the defense, shielding them. And Bruno Fernandes, tell him to wake up. This is his time to shine. Team is going left. So I feel like if Bruno Fernandes, Ericsson, and Martinez play in midfield, they have a good chance of winning. And Van der Beek, then they would link more, because I feel like when Ronaldo is on the pitch, there's more pressure on the defenders, opposition defenders. Now they have okay, Ronaldo's here. His presence alone puts pressure on the defense. Even though he doesn't play good, but his presence, they know anytime you lack, Cristiano Ronaldo is gonna. Anytime you get a chance, even though he's 40, 50 years old, he will score. So that would be the game. That would be Manchester United's plan, in my opinion. They should focus on starting Ericsson a bit deeper. Last game was so high on. He doesn't play very good high on. He plays very good when he's rotating around the pitch, moving freely, going wherever he wants to go. And having Rashford and Sancho on the wings. Rashford, I feel like he will have a good season. So hopefully he comes in the game sharply, tempo's on. I feel like Manchester United will come with revenge for them losing 1-0 again. For them losing the previous game against Brighton. I feel like they will come in more hungry and more angry, as always. But if they come in more hungry, and then they concede a goal, you're going to see the hunger and the anger going down. Hopefully they can maintain it, but as I've said, their mentality is so weak. They have only a few players. And when I say a few players, I mean one player, Cristiano Ronaldo, who has a mentality. Even though he concede, he still wants more. The other players need to pick up their confidence a bit more. So I predict. I don't see them winning, but sometimes I feel like Manchester United is still Manchester United of the old, and I think they're going to win this game. I feel like they win 3-1 to Manchester United. It can either be that or lose 2-0. But I feel like they will be on the side of the winnings. They'll be on the winning side. So I have them 3-1. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals. Sancho scored the other goal. Bruno Fernandes playing a very good game, linking up the midfield and attack. So yeah, that's my prediction in that game. Another big London derby on Sunday is Chelsea versus Tottenham. The art of defense will win this game. Both of teams play the same system, but Chelsea usually switches from a back 4 to a back 3, so I never know what they're going to play. But I feel like them having Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, I feel like they will use a back 3 more. because there'll be more stability in the defense when they have another defender alongside those two, because those two are so knowledgeable, high intelligent, but the speed and the quickness is no longer with them. So they would need to be compact more. They would need like a left back and attacking in. They have two pivots, midfielders in front of them, and Tottenham plays the same thing. But nowadays, Kane no longer occupies the box. I feel like Kane drops deeper now, gets on the ball more, creates space for Kulusevski and Son. They have more options from the bench. They have Perisic, they have Richarlison, Basuma in midfield, Romero looking good. Their keepers plays a good game. Sometimes plays bad, sometimes good, sometimes bad. You never know which version you're gonna get, but they don't need him to play with his feet, so he doesn't need that. If he's under pressure, Conte tells him one thing, just shoot it up. Somebody will solve it. So that would be a tight game. I feel like that's a draw. I don't see any team breaking down the other. Both of them will be looking to come and put their foot down, not even on speed acceleration. They'll be on brakes. They'll be waiting for their team to make a defense. Nobody will come there to dominate the ball. I don't feel like Chelsea is a dominating ball team. I don't see Tottenham doing anything different. Both of them are like waiting for their team to make a mistake. But don't get it wrong. When they face the smaller teams, Tottenham want to be on the front foot. Chelsea want to be on the front foot. But when they are facing other big teams, both of them usually want to defend, catch on a counter attack. I don't think that will happen for both teams. Chelsea won't catch them on counter attack. Either way around, I don't think Chelsea will catch them on counter attack, because I feel like both of them will sit deeper. They have wing backs, so they have extra coverage on defense. But if there's a team who's gonna win, if I would choose one, I would say Tottenham, because of the quality they have in offense. Son and Harry Kane, those are two world-class players. Chelsea, they have Sterling, but don't have any person who creates for them, and they need a person who finishes the chances that are created. So that would be 0-0 draw. I might be way off, but I feel like it's a draw. Second game of the week, none of the coaches wants to lose a big game, so I feel like they play a safe game. So yeah, I see 0-0, no goals, dry, just no ketchup on the hot dog, just a plain bun and a plain dry hot dog type of game. No seasoning, just salt and pepper on the chicken. Nothing crisp, nothing to be like, just that type of match. Dead vibes, just there to do cardio for 90 minutes, both of them. Nobody wants the ball, nobody wants to have a fantasy to break down the other. So that's my prediction for that game. Tottenham versus Chelsea, 0-0. Another game that will be on Sunday will be Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. I don't see Nottingham Forest winning more than 10 games this season. Even 10 games is a lot of games. They will lose that game. West Ham just lost to Man City 2-0. I feel like they'll be wanting to collect points as soon as possible, because they want to duel your first win of the season. And I feel like them going away to Nottingham Forest, they will go for the 3 points, and I feel like they will claim them. I don't see no reason why they wouldn't bring back them. They have good quality players. Even they brought in a new striker. He looked. I haven't seen much of him, but I would keep an eye out for him. He's tall, agile. They would love to play against Nottingham Forest. He just came up. Nottingham Forest, of course, lost on the weekend to Newcastle 2-0. And I don't see any difference. I see them losing like 3-0 to West Ham. But just Lingard is gonna get booed. Actually they're at home, Nottingham Forest, so he won't get booed as much. But when they go to the London Stadium against West Ham, he'll get booed, because he felt as if he was going to them, then left them hanging. But yeah, that's football. You can't make a choice. You can't make a choice to make other people happy. You have to make a choice that makes you happy. So he made a choice that made him happy, and I'm happy for him. But those fans in West Ham, they ain't gonna love it. They're gonna be mad. They are going to be mad. They're going to curse him out. Call every slur that is there in the book. He better come in with AirPods on the pitch, because it's gonna be a long day for him when he goes to London Stadium. But as for now, he's home. Even though he's home, the traveling fans will boo him. I'm sure for that. So I have that match finishing 3-0 to West Ham. Nottingham Forest is going back down. They just came up to say hi and saying bye again. And the last game I would like to predict is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Will be played on Monday. Crystal Palace always a trick fixture for Liverpool. It has never been an easy fixture. Always somehow they manage to give Liverpool a hard time, no matter how bad they are playing in the previous games. They manage to give Liverpool a hard time, and I feel like they'll be the same now. I feel like Liverpool hasn't landed yet, but if they can get a good W, a good win here with good amount of goals, Salah grabbing a couple, Nunes a couple, a clean sheet, it'll be good for their confidence. Obviously, Vieira is implementing his team, his technique, his plan in Crystal Palace. They're looking very strong. They're strong. They lost Gallagher. They didn't lose him, but he was on loan. But went back to Chelsea. Hopefully, they can get him again. But I don't think that will happen. But them losing him in midfield, that's a big loss. But they also have some good quality players. Their defender is very good. Zaha is still there. They still have a team that can cause problems against big teams. They're very solid on defense. They can keep the ball when needed. Transition, they're very good. Pace, filled with power. So they can actually make an upset against big teams when you least expect it. But people should expect it because this team has been giving Liverpool and Man City problems for a long time now. Mostly under Pep Guardiola and Klopp. So that game will be a tricky game for Liverpool, but it will be a late game. So hopefully Liverpool would have woken up this time. Last game against Fulham, they said the grass was dry. They said the ball was too circular. They said the sun was too bright. They said the pitch was too green. So hopefully this time at Anfield, it's in their favor. The game is late. They hope they will have had some good sleep, good energy, a few meals in, and I have Liverpool winning comfortably. But if it's a draw, I won't be shocked. But I feel like Liverpool is going to win this game by like a convincing win because they are mad from the last game. Them drawing against Fulham wasn't their best result. I have Liverpool winning a convincing win. They will see Man City winning big against Bournemouth. They would want to respond to that. They're not responding to anybody else in the league. They're not responding to Tottenham. They're not responding to Chelsea. They're responding only to Man City. Man City and Liverpool have their own league right now. Every time they lose point, they think of Man City. Every time Man City loses point, they think of Liverpool. Every time Man City wins, Liverpool be like, we have to answer them. So I feel like Man City is going to win a big against Bournemouth, and Haaland's going to score a hat-trick. And I feel like Salah will answer back to Haaland because them two will be up for the Golden Boot too. So I feel like Haaland having a good game will affect Salah too having a good game. So I have Liverpool winning 4-0 against Crystal Palace. Salah scoring 2, Nunes 1, and one of the midfielders grabbing the other, probably Keita. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Those are my predictions. Drop down and tell me what do you think of the coming weekend fixtures. Who do you have winning? Did I say anything wrong? And if I did, tell me what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment if you're there. As always, peace.